Yeah, internet died. Because of course it's fucking impossible to have reliable internet ever. So PL12 from further than 25 kilometers. Well, the thing is, even if you're going Mach 2 on orbit and you fire a PL12 at somebody like exactly at 25 kilometers, they're probably still not gonna die to it unless they are really high altitude. Like the overall idea of firing missiles from like perfect parameters is mostly so your opponent barely has any time to react. Like you could be going Mach 3 and fire PL-12s at like 30 kilometers to somebody who is at lower altitude, and it's still very likely they will be able to dodge it just in time. The thing is, overall, for medium to slightly longer range jousts, the PL-12 is better because it retains more speed. So maybe the reaction time of the target might not be like a significant factor that changes depending on your missile. It's mostly the fact that if your target decides to go cold to kind of like defeat the missile kinematically, the PL-12 will be able to catch them, and the 77 won't. Like a PL-12 just retains a lot more energy at the moment of impact. But also, if you want to do BBR on the PL-12 and fire missiles from like medium to longer ranges, like it's definitely gonna be a lot better than the 77. So overall, JLMB is a lot safer to play. I forgot to adjust the thumbnail for a stream and my OCD is screaming at me. There we go. Is this the moment where I explode? Oh, almost, damn. Almost flew above the enemy runway. Oh, look, they have a capture point in front of the runway. Let's go. No fucking wonder everyone plays Denmark. Or all these motherfuckers, at least. Yay. It's better for longer range, but longer range is still useless. Well, even if you fire a missile from 20 kilometers, the PL-12 will be able to hit at Mach 2.5, while the R-77 is only going Mach 2. PL-12 actually catches the target a lot sooner. Reaction time is lower. And also, because the PL-12 is not as draggy, that actually means that the PL-12 can retain the energy at the moment of launch from your plane a little bit better. It's kind of like the difference of like using all of your strength to fire a paper ball compared to throwing a rock. The paper ball is gonna be draggy as fuck, and doesn't matter how strong you throw it, it's gonna be falling to the ground a few meters in front of your face. Whereas the Rock can actually fly a little bit further because it has a lot more momentum and aerodynamic drag doesn't affect it as much. So if you want to truly hurt somebody, you're better off using a fucking rock than a paper ball. It's kind of my point. Like, almost the exact same ranges where the 77 excels at, the PL12 also does, because it pulls insanely fucking hard. But also, PL12 has something that the 77 doesn't have, which is range. So it's a much more useful missile overall, much more universal. Is that gonna hit? Did. Where's the other one? There he is. All roads lead to Denmark, exactly. All of them. I'm gonna activate my X-ray vision to find all the guys. What is this? Oh, those are the AI planes. Wait, do they not have a runway here? That's interesting. I think usually there's like a runway around this part. They don't have it. They're kinda cooked. Kinda cooked. So they're both coming from this direction. The thing is, one of them was an F-15A, the other one is the Hornet. The Hornet only has Fox 1s because the one with AMRAAMs is 14.0 and the F-15A is not a threat. A back there. Oh no, he's got me radar locked. No, I'm so good. No, he's gonna shit on me. I'm gonna do the flick and boom. Boom. Sinful, do you think IRST will get reworked at some point? I think it has to get reworked for 5th gens. But also, I don't have a lot of faith. They're probably just gonna rework the ones on the Rafale and the Eurofighter. And every single other IRST in the game will remain dog shit. Like the J11, the J10C, all of those that were copy-pasted from MiG-29s and just Gaijin doesn't give a fuck about fixing them. Those are still gonna be remain dog shit forever. This guy probably thinks I don't see him. Hornet is right there. My vertical notch, go! You know what? I should dogfight him. What do you guys think? Where's the F-15? Oh, I left the capture point. Man, I'm gonna have fun. I wanna have some fun, okay? Random bullshit, go! Oh, I did it wrong. Is he gonna die? Yes. Oh, it's missile missed. Another one? I was trying to hit a Cobra button immediately, but unfortunately ended up switching to automatic leveling. Unlucky. Run the bullshit, go! Random bullshit, go! My 350 kilogram traffic ball of consequences. They're all gone. They don't want to fight the most overpowered 13.7 plane in the game. Pretty sure my eyes will find him eventually. There he is. No, the F-15A is underperforming. Well, chill. Who are you? Where? Sit the fuck out. They wanted to play Denmark. Yeah, they wanted to play Denmark. That's why they are here. well. Look who I found. This is so fun. It's so fun making fun of these motherfuckers. Oh, he crashed. Gripen. Where is that runway? Like there? No. Oh, there. Yeah, I see it. Really? He actually respawned all the way far back? Okay. I used him as starter from 25km high altitude, but very often I underestimate the enemy multipathers. Yeah, I think that's kind of another reason why I prefer to get closer, to make sure you fire the missile from a high enough aspect to where at least you can be sure they're gonna be splashed by the explosion. Because the PL-12 actually has like a decent warhead. Actually, I think the warhead on the 77 is a lot bigger. That's why I think I prefer the 77s, because the warhead is bigger. It's actually, you actually have very good success splashing people that are multipathing. There's a runway here. The Gripen ended up respawning like somewhere around there. He hasn't taken off yet, I believe. I'm gonna get away from the Croatians. There. I played my first duels on my Discord. Yase with me, the floor with me. I mean, well, that's kind of what the Discord is for people to practice with each other. Like, I genuinely, absolutely genuinely think that the only way you can actually improve in dogfighting is by dueling. Because look at what I did on this match. I literally did nothing like really interesting, and like I only merged with one dude because I wanted to, and he basically just flew in a straight line after merge and he died. Like, overall, at this day and age, you are not going to gain any experience in dogfighting in EC whatsoever. Because of people like that. So if that's the kind of player you end up facing on the enemy team, what kind of experience are you gonna be gaining at all? You're not gonna be gaining any experience whatsoever. So this is probably gonna sound like fucking cringe and kind of like a boomer, but back in the day, actually, yeah, kind of back in the day, when I started playing War Thunder Sim, it was a little bit before the F-14A came to the game. So I only had the MiG-27K and the MiG-23 MLD as my only top tier vehicles. And, well, because those kind of BRs were not necessarily played with too many missiles. Like, even the F-14 was very easy to counter overall and avoid his radar or whatever. Like, you ended up dogfighting a lot more often. Very, 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 very often. You also have to remember that multipath was 100 meters. So it was even easier to force the merge with people and have dogfights. So back in the day, you will be able to get a lot of dogfights if you wanted to, even on BRs where missile combat was like decently prevalent. So of course you ended up getting like a decent amount of practice overall, because missiles and avionics and systems were not as oppressive. Right now, however, I think like not only is it more difficult to force the merge, but also the average skill level of players who are new to Sim or new to the game is a lot lower than it used to be. So if you end up dogfighting an EC and you are like, I don't know, average, just to not say noob or anything like that, like if you're average or below average on EC in dogfighting, then you are basically somebody who is clueless, fighting against other people who are also clueless, and you don't really have a very reliable feedback loop to kind of find out what kind of mistakes you're making, what kind of stuff you could improve or anything. It's basically just two shitters fighting against each other. Forgive me for using that term, but it's I don't know, I guess it's somewhat accurate. Like, you just have two people who are absolutely clueless fighting against each other, and the feedback loop is just really bad. So overall, I think if you actually want to like learn a little bit on how to dogfight, or maybe not even dogfight, like my server is not limited to dueling only, but if you want to actually learn how to play the game mode, and especially duel dogfight, you're just gonna have to duel others. It's the only way, because otherwise you will not have any feedback loop on how to improve, what to do differently. So really, if you want to learn how to dogfight overall, you're just gonna have to duel. It's the only reliable like way. You could really like the best play at this VR is the Jack. If you don't want to play in shit like there's a Spain 28 minutes in. I didn't see it. My fault. But also, I think maybe I might have seen it. Actually, I might have seen the Spain, but I kind of ignored it because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play a single fucking sortie, and these guys are gonna leave anyway. That's kind of why I ignored it, so to say. This has to be a player. This is a player. There's somebody coming to my left to IRST. Please pick him up. Is he turning? No. Wait a couple more seconds. Make sure it has a very reliable IR lock. He dies. Okay. I'm gonna slow down, do a spiral, and see if I can find this dude. There he is. He's firing a Fox 1. That's a Fox 1. Matter of fact, the RWR blind spot allowed me to actually find more quickly where he was. But also I saw the dot. By the time I found out kind of which direction he was coming from, I already knew. His dot rendered in, and I found him. Alright, let me have a look out here to see if they have a runway on this area. They don't. Oh, hold on, maybe they do. No. The runway is usually like around there, right? Okay, yeah, they seem to not have a runway all the way there, so I'm just gonna ignore this area of the map. Oh, hello, Kerb. I'm doing fine. Never mind. So that happened. You saw what happened. Will you play the Lord BR after non-pulse Doppler radars will get ground clutter buff? That got reverted, by the way. It's back to normal. It was also the dev server. You should never really base conclusions of the base server. The dev server, I mean. Like, people use the term subject to change for a reason, or work in progress for a reason. Nothing really is final. As far as I know, it got reverted. It's back to being normal again. It was an unintended change, so. Okay, this is a bad guy. Oh, he's going to explode. Yep. I kind of caught a glimpse of my teammate's missile going his way.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Need backup.
F-16 taking off from here. I think it might be a Vegan. There's a Vegan on the enemy team. It's just taking off. There's one dude here. Yeah, one session of duels and I start to understand how to raid fight. Too often I default to slow speed one circle fight. Yeah, that's the whole point of dueling. And the whole point of my server, to practice. And as I just said like 2 minutes ago, nowadays the only way you can actually reliably get some skill on dogfighting is by dueling. Let's see, maybe this kills him. Kill him so I can turn around. I have two guys behind me, I need to turn around. Is it? Let's keep moving forward a little bit because I remember picking up a couple more guys. I see some dudes dogfighting there, I think. Probably not. Notch this guy. There he is. Wait, no. Shit, there's two of them. This is the one that's coming for me. The other one is right there. I wanted to keep visual on that guy because I don't know who that is. It's a vegan. Okay. Honestly, the first time I do what was with Eric, which was in laptop with 30 FPS. 15A versus 27SM before the buff. Oh, 27SM would have gotten absolutely violated. I won like a single round of 15. Really? Weird. I thought that guy that I just killed was not like perfectly lined up in front of me in the RWR. So I was actually wondering, is that really him or am I looking at somebody else next to him? Anyway. Then I did 16 blocked in with plant and it went the same way. If you're ever available, I'll ping you for some deals. I feel like I need some professional feedback. Sure. Like, feel free to just ping me over and over again until I actually respond, because on one hand, sometimes I just forget about pings, and on the other hand, usually I just kind of get tunnel visioned on playing ECE because I have a little bit more fun here. Also because I have premium vehicles and I'm trying to grind and shit, but sometimes I just forget, and because I forget, I just go into ECE and play, right? So just feel free to ping me repeatedly over and over again until I respond, because ADHD brain, you know. I think usually I just try to give ECE more priority because I actually have a little bit more fun. I'm not saying duels are boring, but I don't know, I just prefer ECE. Play with my planes, make fun of people who are actually employed, unlike me. range shitters, play my favorite planes, fire missiles, and do what I do best. So all of the runways are on the left side of the map, so I'm gonna keep loitering around here. Using my eyes, looking around. Oh, I see a missile trail. Sparrow from an F-14. Also, you guys want to know a funny way that I use to kind of find people with IRST? So I have the IRST on ACM mode. Oh, that missile might be coming for me. I might be stupid. I don't know. Sometimes what I try to do is I put the IRST on ACM and then I use the HMD with 27ED spooled up and just move it around. Oh, I see two people. Yeah, behind me. I knew it. Oh shit, it's teammate. Wait, what happened to my missile? Hold on. What happened to my missile?
Need cover. Guide on me.
That should have absolutely hit. What happened? It was a 77 too, so it's not like it got flared. That's odd. Alright. Well, you get the traffic pull of consequences then. There was another F-16 coming. I got the ping really close. So we can expect somebody else to show up soon. Oh, there he is. Vegan. Oh wait, no, that's a flanker. Okay.
Guide on me.
Ping myself to let him know that I'm here.
Guide on me.
It's a bomber formation. Something up there. Might be my teammate. It's not. Is that a fucking F-117? I think it is. visual on me? He did. You see how I got 10 kills in a single sortie? This is the reason why I think this kill cap of 27 SM might be a little bit higher than J11B. Surviving for this long without dying and killing them is one thing. So the way I try to fly this plane is I just try to maximize the entirety of the combat endurance it has. You have a lot of fuel, you can loiter around for a really long time, you have a lot of missiles, a lot of tools. So you actually got the hands to survive this long and make all your engagements count. You just maintain map control, you steamroll the enemy team, and this is what you get.
Well done.
So in my opinion, I think 27 SM skill cap might be a little bit higher. Because you just have to kind of play this way, where you get very close to the opponents, try to survive for a long ass time. And also just like overall learn to deal with the fucking limitations of the avionics and whatever. J11B is also really fucking good, but it's also like, I guess, it's a lot easier to play it safe. And also I have massive favoritism for this plane, because this is my goat. This is the fucking goat that actually taught me how to play, so. Oh, he just died? Okay.
Follow me.
What's the keybind name for setting that yellow mark on the ground? Controls, common, squadron. Set target for squad. This one. This. I started using it a lot for streams because like 90% of the time my viewers cannot see the same shit that I'm seeing. So I just try to use the little marks to like point my viewers' eyes or my viewers' attention towards that direction. For example, there's one teammate exactly there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Like I see it really damn clearly, but I don't know about you. He's right there going R2B. See that, for example. So it's why I use the little markers. Very useful.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Okay. Fucking troglodytes.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
I think for most of this year, quite literally for most of this year, for this whole 3 months of this year, around 30% of my deaths, maybe almost 40% of my deaths are either from running out of fuel or from being team killed by retards. Look, they're all gone. I don't even know why I decided to take off. This is a waste of time. I I'm just gonna climb in orbit. I'm gonna loiter around, see if these motherfuckers want to show up again. Surely there's gonna be joiners, right? Like, you just play slightly too well, and these motherfuckers said, I don't wanna play anymore. Oh wait, didn't I have music on? I did. It's a little bit too quiet.
And victory will surely be ours.
Oh, this one is a player. This one might also be. What is this? Bro is hauling ass, I think. Was. That's weird. My radar just picked up something in there going really fast and it just fucking vanished. Yes. There's two of them, seems like.
We've captured the goal.
Well done. This player base is not ready for stealth, man. They're not even ready for a top-tier gameplay without Iron Dome. This dude seems to be climbing.
Guide on me.
Wait, ED is in range. Alright, let's see. It's going. It's going. Boom. Now let's go check that F-16 thing I got from this side. Here he is. Medium altitude. Me when stealth ain't changing shit because we fight under 20 kilometers. Well, I think when stealth ends up being introduced, Gaijin might introduce some new mechanics before that happens. Like, oh, look at the fucking skill level of the average player, at least on Sim. Oh, wow, look. What are you gonna do? Multipath? Of course you are. Fire this one ahead of him if he decides to recommit. Now after I fire my missile, I'm gonna see exactly where my missile went and start chasing the dude. He started going around here, so let's go there. We don't have any F-16s on our team. You know what this means. Jump scare for being American. I heard that using flaps in a raid fight is a bad idea. Is that true? It depends on the plane. It depends on the plane. Combat flaps on something like the F-14 improves your raid fight. Putting flaps all the way down in a tornado improves the flight model significantly. It's still gonna be garbage, but like some planes just benefit so much from using flaps that it's kind of like mandatory. But for the most part, I think that's only like a very few planes that actually benefit from using flaps in raid fight. For all the other cases, you should only use them when you actually are slow or when you want to transition from medium to slow speed, because they give you a little bit more lift. They actually allow you to have a slightly tighter turn, and when you are like very slow speeds, that extra lift actually allows you to whip the nose around a little bit quicker on some situations. So it's mostly for medium to slower speeds. Do flankers benefit from flaps? No, not at all. Absolutely not. Because on flankers, you don't really get that much benefit to lift, if at all. But they will make you more draggy, so it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So the thing you need to understand is, for the most part, on flaps, is they will give you a little bit more lift, but they also make your plane more draggy. So it's kind of like you gain a little advantage and you pay by building a little bit more speed. So there's like a benefit and a drawback. In the case of flanker, the drawback is a lot bigger than the benefit, so it's not worth using it. think one of the planes that benefit the absolute most from using flaps is MiG-21. Every single MiG-21 in the game. You can take any of them in a test flight. You just drop the flaps all the way down and you just monkey pull at slow speed. You will feel a massive difference. Where's the enemy runway? Here. Ooh. Well. Oh, I don't have ETs anymore. Unfortunate. Go 77. Man, I hope you fucking die. That would be hilarious to just kill you on the runway. Lol. Big dopamine moment. Man, I think blue players are such great teachers. Like US players. Back in 2024, they were such good teachers that they were actually the ones who taught me how to spawn camp. Now I'm using the same knowledge against them. I just happen to be better at it. I don't think I ever remember seeing any of these motherfuckers firing AIM-120s at my runway while I was taking off, and they were in the contrails, completely untouchable. Even right now, I don't think you see them hesitating firing Fakurs at the runways. There's another one there. Missile from my teammate. I found someone. Medium altitude, 5,000 meters. Come on, radar, stop being a bitch. There he is. He's close. I'll switch to IRST. How far away is he? 8 kilometers. Oh no, he's going to multipath. Who could have seen this happening? Surely my flying air brake should get him. Yep. Wow, so fun, true. no, I got outplayed. It's so fun. I tried absolutely nothing and I'm all out of options. Kind of a statement. Just farming for no reason. I'm playing the fucking PvP part of the game, oh dumbass. I'm not gonna hold back just to avoid hurting your feelings. Okay, cool. Unintentional Iron Gnome. Usefully upgrade and retire IRL for no reason. What the fuck is this guy yapping about? Oh, there he is again. Look. Nothing on RWR make it make sense. I found him like 25 kilometers away where he was, and he never paid any attention to the RWR ping. Shit's retarded. Surely it is, yeah, sure. What the fuck are these guys just yapping about? No, I didn't get any RWR pings. No, I'm cheating. This time he just used his guns on... Huh? The fuck is he actually saying? What is wrong with these people? You know what? I really hope you take off from this runway again so I can kill you while you take off. It's like people watch that shit happen in tournaments and then think they're good whenever all they do is play like a bunch of pussies. Well, if you feel like I play like a pussy, you should probably teach me a lesson in 1v1, don't you? Do you want to do that? Are you even good enough at the game to make that happen? If this guy thinks I play like a pussy, then maybe he should teach everyone here on the stream how a quote-unquote real man should play the game. Spawn in already. Here he comes. No, this fucking dude killed me because I didn't want to do PvP. Now my feelings are hurt. I'm gonna call him a shitter. played, Poseidon. Well played. Also Smurf, so yeah, there's no such thing as Smurfing if you can actually select which lobby you want to play in. Is he gone? He's gone. Wait, he is gone, right? Poseidon. Oh, he's gone. Why? What? Hold on, I just saw something in that cloud. What? It's funny. Spawn better. Almost at 4,000 kills in the 1-4. Damn. Really? Where is pizza? God damn. That's a lot of matches. Bro has a KD of almost 3? Nice. Bro really loves his helicopter. But I wonder how different it would be if Sim had a healthy number of players, like every lobby at least 10 players each team, and people would be making hella content and shit. Well, I think for this game mode, the grind is a lot more important than the fun people are having. There's not really much incentive on playing Sim or learning the ropes of Sim or whatever, because it's literally just a niche game mode. And this niche is really dependent on how rewarding the game mode is, because after all, we're talking about a video game that is highly monetized and has thousands of different vehicles that people want to use and grind for. So of course, the grind and the reward system is always going to be a very relevant. However, because the rewards are absolute fucking garbage, then like people are just not incentivized to play at all. Like, I think learning Sim is probably a lot more difficult. Maybe not a lot, but it's like the difficulty is a lot different. Maybe it is a little bit more difficult than NRB because there's so many factors where the game and the interface does not help you anymore. So it's a probably different, maybe more complicated learning curve to play Sim. But also there's no incentives that reward you for actually trying to learn it. So like the compensation or the reward does not justify the amount of learning you have to make or you have to do. Like if your only focus is to grind and the fun is kind of like, I guess, secondary, so to say, then ARB is gonna be the way to go. Why would you play Sim being more difficult to overall like get used to if the rewards are basically worse? The KD is fucked by the default button top tier, fair enough. Because if you have min-max useful actions, you can still grind half the speed of just playing RP regularly. And I think that's the reason why these motherfuckers get so angry all the time. Because, no, you're doing PvP, you're killing me, you're interrupting my useful actions, no, my feelings, no, my grind. And then you kind of become a Poseidon kind of dude. Fucking Mulder. Sure, also, almost nobody understands useful actions. I'm gonna be honest, even at this point, I don't understand useful actions either. I just play for fun. Like, the only thing I understand about useful actions is if you survive the sortie and you land successfully, you get a little bonus. That's it. And you get a tick for useful actions every like 15 minutes or something. That's kind of it. Holy fuck! This is a split lobby. Because it's imbalanced and it's also giving me the option to join. It's gotta be cap. Pizza is playing this one. It's been going on for way too long though. Another Afghan? Damn, people think they want to play Afghan today. Look at all this, damn. It's time to show up again and make them quit. Oh, let's go. Okay, let's find out if they have a runway all the way right. They do. Sucks. So this means the whole enemy team is gonna be spread out a lot more on different areas of the map. Gonna keep an eye on this base. Oh, there's someone here already. On the deck, they are around here. F-18. I'm gonna start climbing. I actually try to stay at medium to high altitudes because I just maintain a little bit better awareness. Maybe not with this radar because it's still very limited, but usually one of the main reasons why I climb before engagement is my missiles have more energy, and also all the way up here you can get a high aspect shot if somebody is multi-paving, and also the fuel efficiency up here is also higher, so you don't burn as much fuel even on afterburner. He's firing a Sparrow at me. I'm gonna lock him, crank in the opposite direction, fire my missile. I might have overcommitted here. I might be dying. No, I should be fine. I feel like I have a tendency of underestimating Sparrows a little bit. It's fine, I survived. Kafir C10 very close to me. He is 3,000 meters. He's just fired. I don't see the smoke trail. Where is it? I could not see where he was. F-14. Oh, I think I saw him momentarily. Why is he gone? This fucking faggot. I really don't understand the thought process. He was playing a PvP plane. He cannot even sum on it. It was his choice to play a fucking PvP plane. He played the PvP part of the game mode and he died. And turns out he just doesn't want to play anymore. Like, bro. Where the fuck are all of them? Gotta keep an eye out on all the bases. Okay, so they have a runway all the way right. The one in the center. And the other one might be there. I just got ping from an F-15 on that other direction. Okay. F-16 to my right. Let's see if I can find this dude. Found him. This is right there. I have visual on him. He's there. Very difficult to see, but he is there. What the f... Okay. $27 ET of consequences. Let's watch this together. This guy has Fox 1s. there's somebody else here. You want me to rate my favorite HUDs? Alright, this one. Absolutely. The flanker HUD. Hands down. It's the HUD that I grew up with. This might be two of them. Ding, 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 ding. You should totally fire a missile at me. My countermeasures are not working. It's fucking stupid, retarded software, probably. Oh no, I need to respawn. Cool. Esports ready, by the way. Not even periodic is working right now. It's very, very esports ready. I see him.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
I might die here. Never mind. Oh, Foxy is gone. I'm too toxic. That's why they're leaving. Where music kind of quiet in the background. I don't want to have music a little bit too loud. Because I want to lock in. I need to lock in. I have to lock in. Stay locked in forever. Oh, there's 2 guys here. 3. Surveillance. Those. Oh, those are all players. Damn. Okay, I have 2 in front of me, somewhere in there. And I also have this one in front of me. Other one is right there. Have to be careful. I don't have any countermeasures. He dies on this one. I'll see if I can ambush this guy. I don't have countermeasures. Oh, I don't have fox trees either. He is right here. I see the smoke trail. There he is. Fly past already? Where is he? Really hoping I didn't get bamboozled by... Oh. Might be him. It is him. I'll start making my way RTB and see if I can fix the countermeasures. Right now, I think my only way to force merges is to use my own R73s as flares. It'll be the absolute shittiest thing to do because it's basically like iron doming. Oh, hold on. Oh, I just picked up something else. What's this? Let's find out. It's gotta be an enemy because he is not rendered in. There he is. They just merged. And he dies. Cool. Flanker, it's a teammate. SMT is getting a new HUD. I haven't checked it out yet, but I think I heard somebody talk about it. This one is a 16. Yep. Man, I wish my countermeasures were working. It would surely be really nice if my countermeasures worked. I would actually feel safer. And I wouldn't have to play with my radar off the whole time. You guys see what I see? I know you guys do. Now we skedaddle skedoodle. $11 kills in a single sortie is kind of wild. You know what? Now that I think about it, Afghanistan has to be the complete opposite of Denmark. You guys know how pretty much every single one of these motherfuckers just loves playing Denmark. For the most part because they really love doing PvE, and if you play on blue on Denmark, you have all the objectives right at your doorstep. Afghan is the complete opposite, where it's actually red team with the advantage because of the massive amounts of terrain and the dogshit spawns that blue gets. And instead of being for PvE, it's actually for PvP because farming these motherfuckers is easy as shit on this map. Like, it's so easy to spawn camp them, really. It's so easy to play against them in the terrain. That's the moment you're glad you have 73. Yeah, that thing pulled. For once, pulled really fucking well. Actually did its fucking job. I wonder if he actually found me or I'm just getting background radiation from his radar. Wow, look, I'm going so fast, look. You're like Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda and the prison is blue. They're all trapped in here with me. They haven't left, like some of them haven't left yet, which is great. I'm gonna be farming for a little bit longer. joiners. Let's go. Let's go. I don't think we are winning by much. No, we're not. There's plenty of objectives and shit, but I think because they have runways all over the place, it's gonna be a lot more difficult to like maintain map control. Like I can only focus on one side of the map at once at any given time. Never tried them. Any tips to identify enemies versus friendlies? Is it just spotting and recognizing, or can you trust radar to not lock friendlies? Well, you have a radar, you have to use it, of course. And something else you need to keep in mind is radar is never wrong. Your radar is never going to misidentify a friendly for a teammate. Unless you decide to hard lock people who are dogfighting very close to each other. Because you're never really guaranteed to lock the correct target. I'm gonna rearm, I'm gonna make a drawing for you so you can understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, for the most part you just have to use radar. And if you want to visually ID people, then you kinda just have to recognize what kind of planes you're flying against. Because for example, if you have friends on the enemy team and you find something that is like a triangle and it's a Mirage 2000, then you're kind of free to shoot at it. But here's the thing. Paint. So let's imagine this is your perspective, and I'm gonna make a fun little drawing here. Let's say this is the ground. I'm gonna paint the sky, and this is your perspective. Now let's say you have one enemy plane here. Let's say you have one enemy plane here, and he is dogfighting a friendly. You can see both of them are very close to each other. They're basically just in a furball, within maybe 1 kilometer from each other. If you're looking at this furball from your radar, and you decide to hard lock, so you get an STT log, you get a single target track to fire a Fox 1, for example. You're looking at these dudes from TWS. The very moment you get a hard lock, your radar is going to enter ACM mode, and it's going to do like a snake kind of pattern all the way like this. It's going to look like this. It's going to start from bottom up, and it's going to get a hard lock on whichever target it finds first. Now, on the case of the flanker, it actually does it like this, unless they change it. You can actually see on sensor view whenever you hard lock somebody, it looks something like this. So, if you're looking at a furball and you think you're locking into a enemy guy, the very moment you get the hard lock, it's going to do an ACM lock from the bottom up. It's going to look like a snake here. And you can see that the very first target that's going to lock onto is going to be your friendly. Right? So then you fire a R27ER and you fucking team kill your teammate, and then you blame it on your radar. When in reality, it was your mistake to kind of get a hard lock against two people who are way too close to each other. So overall, I just gotta say, like, trust your radar. And if you see people that are like way too close to each other, I think it's better to stay in TWS. Stay in TWS and see where your pipper is actually pointing to. You have to actually get closer to properly identify which one is the bad guy and which one isn't. Because otherwise, you're just gonna be team killing a lot. That's one of the reasons why you should never get a single target track on people who are way too close to each other. You're never guaranteed to actually lock onto the correct guy. And also on TWS, you can see here, the teammates have a little bar on top of them, and the enemies don't. And I'm gonna say it again, the radar is never wrong. If you think the radar IFFs somebody incorrectly, you're probably not squinting hard enough at the radar screen. So you want to make sure you don't team kill. You just have to keep that in mind. Use your radar a little bit more carefully. Actually pay closer attention to what your radar is looking at, so you don't end up shooting at the wrong guy. Yeah, so if you see somebody who is completely alone, let's say this guy, for example. So I'm pointing my radar in this direction, and as far as I know, he is completely alone. Now, if he was an enemy, sure, you can hard lock him like this. You can be just sure, like, the radar is actually locked into the correct guy. However, if it's a furball, and you have an enemy and a teammate very, very, very close to each other, they are dogfighting, you should never ever use a hard lock. You should stay in TWS and just look very carefully where your radar is actually pointing, which target is being updated. So better be safe than sorry, I suppose. But that's kind of how it is. See, if you radar lock a furball, you're never really guaranteed to lock onto the target you wanted. And also the same goes for semi-active radar homing missiles, or just even Fox 3s in general. Oh, this dude is LARPing. Look at that. I'm gonna crank him. See if I can bait him. He's firing at somebody. He's firing at me. He's still a little bit too far away for HMD lock. So I'm gonna notch his shit. Oh, he's being shot at by somebody else. Okay, this guy is not a threat anymore. There's an F2 coming to my left somewhere. I only see my teammate. They should be really close to. Oh, hold on. This is him. All right. So the F-16 that was in outer space, yeah, he's running. It's gotta be this guy, of course. I see the same furball issues in NRB. Yeah, well, if you try to get a radar lock into a furball, you're never really guaranteed that your radar is actually going to lock into the correct guy. But at least in NRB, you have markers, so you can actually tell if you're looking at a teammate or not, which is great. But on SIM, you don't have that. You have to be a lot more careful. This dude is around here. I got him on IRST. For a moment, at least. There he is. Oh, he crashed. Cool. I see a couple guys taking off. Hornet? Oh shit. No, don't shoot at me. Nope. Bad. Don't shoot at me, motherfucker. My plane is sacred. I'm not supposed to be shooting at it. Surveillance on F3. I'll try to get it, because we're not doing really well on tickets. Oh, now we are. Sure. Go my R77. My R77 didn't go, seems like. See, a PL-12 would have killed that guy. F2 coming to my left. R-73. Right, let's look for this F2 now. Oh, there you are. There he is. Oh, he's shooting down missiles now. Nah, get fucked, bro. Wow, you won. We did it. We won by default because we are too good at the game. Oh, hello, Granny. Good, please don't die. We need Pookies alive. Maybe Sim will join and another lobby gets nuked in 5 minutes. That's what's been happening. Oh no, this guy joined a lobby and is dead in a single sortie. This is my second sortie, by the way. Actually, the third one. Like the first one, I died really quickly after taking off. Ended up trading with some dude, but like for the most part, this is literally my second actually big sortie. And they're all gone. People just stop playing Sim forever now. Well, it's their choice. I don't know, dude. Like I set up my channel. I set up my YouTube channel. I started recording videos. I started streaming to showcase my gameplay and all that for the sole purpose so that people can watch my gameplay and actually learn how I basically just max perform the game mode and planes overall. Like, I guess at this point I can afford the right to be cocky enough to say I'm probably like the very top of the skill ceiling on at least in high tiers. Like you wanna see how I played basically everything and how one of the best players just plays the game. You just watch my content. Go to chat, ask questions, I can maybe help you. I have a Discord server for dueling too. So well, all the tools are there. If you're still bad at the game after knowing that my content exists and knowing that my server also exists, then it's your choice. I don't know, maybe the game mode was never for you, man. That's what I would say to these kind of players. Oh, game too difficult? Oh, let me help you then. Are you willing to actually learn, or are you gonna be bitch about everything and blame Russia? Up to you. At the same time, all those statements are like really unfair because I guess I'm just so fucking ahead of the curve that I really cannot relate to the average player. Like for all I know, there might genuinely be some players that are like actually really knowledgeable and skilled. I don't deny that. But I guess the fucking gap is so absolutely massive that against me they're barely even gonna stand a chance. Or against Spooky, or against Squishface, or against any of these fucking no-lies that made top tier our home. Well look, his missile is gone. That means the M120 is garbage. Where are you now? See, I don't necessarily think that dude did anything wrong. Like, he defended, he counterfired, he kind of took me by surprise, and he still died. So I think the gap is just significant enough to where even like people who I would say like genuinely have put a little bit of effort to learn the game and shit, they don't stand a chance anyway. It's doing partial loop and their fucking BBR world falls apart. Personally, I think it's because a lot of players don't join Sim to learn. They come from RB because Wojak Face YouTuber told them to farm. True. I think some of the most popular Sim content I have seen in the last maybe like couple of years, besides Nimble's content, or at least some of his videos, it's basically just grinding zombie guides that some motherfucker told people to, hey, just buy the AB8B and just go bomb the Rollins and go land. And yeah, I don't think people really join Sim because they like Sim or they enjoy like this kind of like semi more realistic kind of gameplay of War Thunder. I have to agree. I think a lot of people don't even join Sim to learn, or because they are interested in this kind of like video games, like half Sims. A lot of them just come here to grind. Like, you should have been on the stream earlier. Some fucking dude actually just mauled me because he did absolutely fucking nothing and he got clapped and he started bitching about it. Oh, he flared. No, you're not supposed to do that. Flaring is prohibited. I wonder if he might have a sound mod for amplifying the sound of missiles. Because if he actually saw me that earlier, that means he could have probably counterfired with a fucking A120 with the HMD while I was on top of him, but he didn't. And he still exploded. Nothing wrong with that. It's mechanically the same, except you can see the markers. I've been using ARB to practice notching. Fair enough. But of course it's not gonna be the same, because in NRB you move the mouse cursor and or whatever the fuck you do, your plane is always gonna be max pulling a fuck ton of G's, and that just bleeds way too much of your speed. On Sim you can actually micromanage that. You can actually decide a lot more or a lot better if you actually want to pull really hard or not. Because if you happen to be really consistent at notching, but I can also notch all the same stuff while also retaining more energy because I'm not monkey pulling as hard, then I will be at an advantage. Here's the dude again. He's behind these mountains, so let's go say hello. There he is. Let's see if he is using sound mods. Probably not. Alright. Should have taken off better. Oh, he's gone! Do you use a HUD? That's no, I play with mouse and keyboard. True, everyone molts in War Thunder every once in a while. It's a very frustrating gaming sometimes, but the problem is when people shit themselves over dying but don't ask what to do. Yeah, it's what I call a sore loser. Like US mains are. Like, I think when we're all shitting on US mains, of course, it's like a very stereotypical thing to do, and for the most part, it's not fair, of course, because after all, it's just a fucking video game, and you know, whatever country you decide to play with does not necessarily dictate your skill or what you are as a person or whatever. But holy fuck, the pattern recognition does really click really hard with US mains. Like, holy fuck, the stereotypes just fit so fucking well. For a fucking reason. I wonder why that is. You tell me. Where is Kafir? Come on, take off. Stop camping your own runway. You're supposed to take off. Oh, hold on. Well, look at how toxic I am. Look, 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 look. Boom. Should have gone back to playing Denmark. Trust me, I'm very, 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 very self-aware of why people don't fucking play top tier against me that much. It is so fucking hilarious. Like, I be doing shit like this and then complain that people just leave too easily. Bro. Actually, what happened this sortie? I feel like with 12 missiles, I barely got any kills. I don't even remember too well what I did this sortie. Oh, there's an SPA and a convoy. I was saying earlier that Afghanistan is basically the complete opposite of Denmark, both in terrain and the reason why people play it, and which side actually does well in it. So you know how Denmark is heavily lopsided in favor of blue because of all the objectives being so much closer to blue team, and sometimes red doesn't even get the proper airfield on the northeast. So Denmark is overall a really heavily in favor of blue overall for many factors. Everyone is multi-pathing. You can actually just spot people from across the map, so on, so on. Well, in Afghanistan, this map is basically just an auto win for red. Like, basically all you have to do is do the exact same shit that I've been doing, like gain map control and then rat in the mountains and ambush them there, and they just cannot cope. These guys are probably playing on this side of the map, are they? Joiners? Okay, well, let's go land. Let me catch up with chat. Doesn't matter on how standard your setup is as long as you feel comfortable with it. That's a really good point. I think overall in Sim, you always have to make sure you have all the necessary keybinds really close and really accessible. You also have to make sure like the setup or the control scheme is comfortable enough for you to actually learn it. Because say for example, let's say for example, you happen to be like decently experienced on sim, but in a dogfight you have to reach across your keyboard to pull the air brake or pull the flaps. If you have to do that, you will already be at a disadvantage. Like actually, if you're mid dogfight, mid duel or whatever, and you have to reach across your keyboard to do anything that is like very necessary, like pull the air brake or use flaps or anything, then you will be at a disadvantage. So it's really important that you actually make a control scheme, or you have a control setup that is actually comfortable for you, to where you can access every single thing that is important really quick. And that is something that my setup allows me to do almost perfectly. Like I probably have like 100 different keybinds for sim, and I can access all of them without even moving my hands. I basically just do kind of like Mortal Kombat combos, so to say, to do everything. I have absolutely everything I need, every single essential keybind within finger reach. I don't have to move my hand at all. The only exception is open up the scoreboard is on my regular keyboard, because I think it's not as critical, right? And some other things like opening my cockpit or enabling or disabling the horizon stabilization of the radar, stuff like that you barely ever use. Pretty much. You've been grinding China? That's fucking based. Sim seems way more chill than ARB. It is, like, it's not as chaotic. Like, for the longest time, I have found Sim to be a lot more enjoyable than whatever the fuck ARB is. ARB is basically a Skinner box. You go in there, you fight and compete against your teammates so you can actually reach the objectives properly or soon enough. And you try to get your RP, you fly like a zombie in a straight line, you explode, rinse and repeat over and over again. How the fuck is that even exciting? At least for Jet tier. It's actual fucking garbage. I think ARB is not even a game mode anymore, it's just basically a grinding mechanism. But the thing is, once you're done with the grind, that's still the only kind of game mode you have. So if that's the kind of game mode you're supposed to be playing in 24/7, is it really worth it to grind at all? If that's actually what's waiting for you? Like, holy fuck, I would kill myself. Is that really the game mode you want to play in, and your most beloved top tier plane that you want so much and you're grinding for? Oh cool, congratulations, you just reached top tier. Now go enjoy this absolute fucking garbage piece of shit game mode. I don't know, if that's really what's waiting for you at top tier, why bother grinding at all? If that's really what's waiting for you all the way up there, after grinding for months, probably even years to be honest. That's the kind of shit that's waiting for you. Fucking ARB is sad as fuck, man. Let them take off, referee, do something. Nope. Fuck them. No, if they can always take off, better. On Denmark, Blue Photo side also has the nuclear sun on the horizon. 90%. That's true. That's true. That's really fucking true. Sim seems like a proper sim and makes ARB look at arcade. Kind of. Well, it's not really a proper sim, but well, it's something. Like, I think the game would have really good potential if Gaijin actually took a little bit more care of it, but yeah, I would say it's definitely a lot better. The thing is, it's maybe it's not that it's like blatantly better than NRB, but it's also the fact that it just also has so much more potential to be so much better and so fucking good, but it's just being so fucking neglected. It's kind of like, it's fucking sad. Where the fuck is this dude? Microwave, find him. There he is. IRST has detected him. I don't think he sees me. Now I'm going to explain to you guys why this dude just exploded. I pinged him repeatedly with my radar from around 30 kilometers away, or maybe 25, something like that. He had a decent amount of time to react. However, he basically just assumed I was multipathing like he was. So you didn't point your radar at the correct direction, and also you're probably not even using your eyes to see the guy coming towards you. Then you just die. Like, if your mind exists in only 2 dimensions, the guy that exploits all 3 is gonna shit on you. Simple as that. Like, I don't really think I did anything like super impressive there, like, at all. Not at all. I basically just flew in a straight line to where he was, using IRST, but that's... yeah, well, it's a tool. I used the tool that I'm provided, and I ambushed him and he died. Like, I really didn't do anything like super interesting in there. Gaijin doesn't invest development time into Sim because as a free game, War Thunder attracts mostly casual players. That's true, yeah. It's basically the exact same business model that World of Tanks started adapting long ago, which is one of the reasons why the game ended up absolutely fucking dying. This guy is flying really high. I want to do a BBR shot. You know what? Let's find out if this guy actually like eats the missile. Who knows? So this guy is like 40 kilometers away. I'm gonna fire 40 kilometer away R77. Crank. Keep the data link connection. I know there's an F-16 on the deck somewhere. There he is. It'll be funny, my 77 connects. It's gonna be like a legit, funny BVR shot. Nah, it didn't connect. Oh shit, I have an F-16 very close to me. Damn. I'm gonna run away a little bit. That's probably not gonna hit. Let's see if I can find this guy. I see him. Right there. I'm gonna have to start pushing him before I get killed by the guy behind me. I see some flares there. So right now I'm basically just disengaging because I don't want to be pincered. I see the dude. Panic flaring like that only makes you more visible. That's an F-16. That's the guy I was engaging. just got the F2 that was in the contrails just earlier. Okay, now let's go find this F2. There he is, I'm getting pings. There he is, up there. This is why it's important to use your eyes. In the case of the flanker, you can never really expect the plane to find the targets for you. Because the radar is so slow, and it used to be so fucking slow. I basically had to start relying on my eyes a lot more and different context clues and shit. And quite literally the reason why vertical notch exists is because I had to compensate for the shortcomings of this radar. So my entire playstyle ended up revolving around short-range counterfiring with HMD. Because it's the only thing that worked. Poor 77 BBR struggling like an asthmatic. I think maybe that 77 idle launch on BBR ended up getting notched. I think for the most part, on many BBR shots, especially when both people are flying really fast, really high up, I think a lot of times those missiles actually do have enough energy to catch the target and kill it. But the problem is they're just way too easy to notch. So Fox 3's being so easy to notch just kind of makes quote-unquote real BBR combat kind of pointless. That's a teammate. There's a teammate somewhere around there too. And here's the Hornet. Could probably go dogfight the Hornet. I haven't entered a dogfight against anyone for the entire stream. Like I think a couple matches ago, I tried forcing the merge against one of the dudes and he just literally flew in a straight line. Like this dude is kind of doing right now. Dogfight against an F-16? Maybe if he survives on the merge. If he makes it to the merge, dogfight. I don't really launch at those ranges anymore. At most, I'll keep closing while slightly cranking and wait for him to launch at max range first. Yeah, because those super long range BBR shots don't really make any sense at all. Like, if you end up fighting against somebody who knows vertical notch, for example me, Squishface, or Mustang, they will basically notch all the shit you launch at them, regardless if you're going Mach 2, Mach 3, 50 kilometers altitude. It does not matter. How am I supposed to dogfight people if this is all they do on merge? we're down to 2 enemies.
A little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
Somebody got blown up by a convoy. Oh, hold on, what's this? Haha, I found someone. I have found someone. The flanker radar, not bad. Conrad just teaching you to see players better. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what happened. I genuinely, like very, very genuinely think this plane is what allowed me to get to the point where I'm at right now in terms of skill. This plane literally made me a fucking monster in this game. And it's because of something called autism and obsession. I literally just wanted to play this thing over and over and over and over again because I fucking love the plane. So what was my only choice to play and enjoy my favorite plane was to fucking get good. Simple as that. Was my only choice. There's this dude. He is bound base. I want to see what plane is he in. The only way I could enjoy my favorite plane was by actually getting fucking good at the game. Like, I was already pretty decent during MiG-29 SMT era, or like the normal SU-27 or whatever. I was already pretty decent, but yeah, 27 and Sim, I literally had to lock in for good. Oh, it's a Hornet. And he is not looking up. He is not using his eyes. He's just flying low, focusing on multipath, I think. Which missile do I use? How about a traffic pole? My tiny battery-powered gaming radar can filter out things moving at a literal walking pace against the ground, so I think notching being so easy in War Thunder might be a tiny bit unrealistic. Of course it is, yeah, it is unrealistic, of course. Like, notching and all of those little mechanics are way tuned down for the sake of gameplay. And I think that's fine. It makes the game a little bit less bullshit. But at the same time, once you become so fucking experienced to where notching becomes this easy, I think you can kind of see where the issues start coming when it comes to skill cap between players. Because here's my take, right? So this is something that already happens in DCS. I don't know to which degree, I don't know if it's like really bad or not as bad. But let's imagine, for example, Gaijin removes multipath completely. And they make notching virtually impossible, either for plane radars or missile seekers. Let's imagine they just remove multipath. And they just make notching impossible. Well, I would take this plane with R-27ERs, At least 2, maybe 4 of them. I would take a lot of fuel. I would side climb to my side of the map, reach 15,000 meters, Mach 2. And I would basically just fire missiles from my side of the map. And if somebody counter fires at me, I'm just gonna run away. This dude is so slow. Like, say for example, if we're playing like the very high tier, so 14.3, 14.7, and notching a multipathing didn't work at all, then Eurofighters would be violating the entire game. Because it's basically the plane that has the absolute best kinematics in the whole game. You just eat shit. Simple as that. Like if I was playing top tier like that, I would basically just take Eurofighter and just fucking rape everything. Super Hornet would never stand a chance. Like, if you spot a Super Hornet that is like distracted and you fire your M120C or your M120D from perfect parameters, very well inside the no escape zone, then the only thing that Hornet can do is basically just J out. Because he is like almost guaranteed going to explode. And the amount of skill involved in that gameplay just becomes a lot lower. So all you would have to do, and all you would need to do, is basically just side climb to orbit, fly Mach 2, fire your missiles from perfect parameters across the map, and just go cold and go home. At which point the game is literally just playing itself. This guy is actually fucking retarded. I'm gonna get team killed. Of course it's an SU-33. Using the radar is really this difficult, man. Have fun crashing. I really hope you crash. God damn it, dude. Well, I go back to base. And I'll fuck off to find another lobby. Or do something else. Hello, Shiriko. Yet 27SM. Oh, look at that scoreboard. We'll go on. The game is too difficult. Way too difficult. I don't wanna play anymore. This guy is spawn camping me. Fly straight multipath, blow through merge, and launching head on. Life good. Well, speaking of merges and multipathing, you saw me force the merge against that F-16 and he basically just flew in a straight line without flaring and he ate my 73. The amount of players that don't look up at all mean that even a normie like me can perform decently just by being high and using your eyes a little bit more. Like, for example, like, I think if you watch my content for the last like half a year, I've been playing at mostly medium to high altitudes like this. So let's say, for example, I'm using my radar and I find somebody very close that is exactly there. I don't know. So I know he is exactly there. All I have to do is turn off my radar, get closer, wait for his plane to render in, and I just follow him with my eyes, and I just land on top of him and kill him. Like, for the most part, it's something that I've been telling people, like, once your radar has done its job of IFFing the dude and showing you where he is, like, there's really no point on keeping your radar turned on, because you're only going to be alerting that guy. You're also gonna be alerting that guy that you're getting closer and closer to him, so he's gonna be reacting to you and he's gonna be aware of your presence. So let's say, for example, like, I don't know, maybe my radar finds somebody right there, and I see the little circle on my radar, so I'd say, hey, there's some dude there. Well, I have an infrared sensor on the nose, which is this little blob here in front. It's a massive infrared sensor, the size of a human head. And this thing can pick up planes from decently far away. So once my radar has done its job, I would switch to my infrared sensor and I try to look for the guy in that area. And once I find him, I'm just gonna close in and kill him. So I think overall people just rely way too much on their avionics and their screens and all their fucking fancy shit, and they forget to use their eyes. So the very moment that somebody is actually very good at using their eyes, they just eat shit. And they call you a rat. Or whatever. Also, bear in mind that flying high and dropping missiles directed down on serial multipathers is the main way you deal with them. Yeah, true. If the missile comes from a high enough aspect, it's a lot more likely the missile proxies on the actual plane. Even if the missile is going directly towards the ground because of the multipath effect, sometimes the missile proxies on the actual fucking plane and kills them. Or, depending on the missile, like the R-77 and the AIM-4, they have very big warheads. They actually have a very easy time actually splashing multipathers and at least damaging them. Sometimes the damage is good enough to where you can just close in for a dogfight and kill them easily. Or sometimes you just kind of like snap their wing or damage their engine and they kind of just pull a little bit too hard, they flat spin and they die. That's also one of the reasons why I play high all the time. So if I have missiles and I'm still like heavy on weight, I will fly high, use my missiles, and just prevent people from getting anywhere close to me. Once I feel comfortable in my fuel weight and my combat weight to where I can dogfight if I want to, then I maybe just drop to the deck and I start forcing some merges and whatever. But that's kind of how it goes. I overall think just playing higher is a lot more safer. I think the kind of altitude I would, so to say, recommend to fly at would be like 3,000 to maybe 5,000 meters, because at higher altitudes you have a little bit better awareness if you're good at micromanaging your radar, because the radar can actually scan over a little bit of microterrain. At the same time, having a little bit of altitude gives you some like a kinematic cushion, like a little bit of energy that you can use to cash in if you need it. It also allows you to react to threats coming from different altitudes and whatever. So let's say, for example, if you're on a deck and you're being pushed by some dude in orbit, you're gonna be a lot more vulnerable than if you were a little bit higher up. So I think altitude, having a little bit of altitude, just gives you more awareness and a little bit more like room or options to react to whatever direction and whatever altitude the guy might be coming from. Wow, look, I got 28 kills, only died once, almost died twice if my teammate wasn't fucking retarded. Alright, what do I play now? Spain. Do I want to play Spain? Afghan, more Spain. Denmark, and Denmark. Which Spain is more promising? You know, I'm gonna play this one because it has more countries on blue, so we might have more enemies there. How about I use the J11B? Because I think for Spain, I'm definitely going to need a slightly better radar to find people. Oh, my China grind is complete. Okay. I was about to activate a booster. Oh. Well, never mind. We're down to 6. How about this one? 8. 6 or 8. Let's go this one. Let's go say hello to these motherfuckers. Before everyone had face arrays, the Eurofighter's IRSD was a massive advantage. It scans a pretty big area really fast and has a ton of range. Yeah, same as the Rafale. Oh, see you around, Greeny. Thanks for hanging out. Have fun at work. Don't kill your boss. Or you. Up to you. J11B. The best plane ever made.
We're ahead of the enemy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing J11B this match, and I'm gonna be regretting not having DSM. I think I'm gonna miss not having 2070Ts to ambush people. But the radar is so fucking good. It has so much range. This dude Hitman, what is he flying? Oh, jump scared. F-20 Typhoon, F-15Cs. Well, he's flying on blue. He's probably on American plane. You know what? This might be him. Some clouds in the way. This guy is like on a deck somewhere in there. Very low altitude. He just fired a missile. Let me see if I can find Vish. There he is. There's the missile. True, I forgot this thing has moss. Oh, hold on. I might be getting pushed by two simultaneously. Got shot down by Saddams. And here's the second one. PL8B, are you going to work? No, you're not. How about I lock you with radar so you turn the fuck around? He's not. Interesting. Oh, finally you react like 10 seconds too late. Hitman. That's the top player on their team. Looking at his phone while I'm chasing his ass. Where J10A? I'm gonna need the J11B for this map because it's too big. J10A simply doesn't have the combat endurance for me to loiter around and maintain map control and cover most of the area of the map. So I'll play this. F2 there. Fox 1. Sadly, I lost the F-16. Because I had to get distracted with that guy. That might be him. It has to be. Turn around, I'm on your 6. Just like that. Well done. Oh, now he's gonna run away. So fucking predictable, man. Another one behind me, okay. His missile ate the chaff. This has to be an F-15 because the IRST of this plane is very weak. So the fact that I was able to pick him up so far away, it means that it's a really hot plane. So this has to be the F-15. How the fuck did he just disappear? Where the fuck is he? What? What the fuck do you mean he just disappeared like that? He was well within render range. He was very well within the render range. I don't know what happened. He just fucking vanished. Third party. he's stat checking me, look. He's gone. You were doing so fine, what the fuck did you leave? What happened? Oh, you don't like opposition? Somebody happens to be a little bit too good at the game, you don't want to fucking play anymore? Yeah. I also didn't have countermeasures to do anything about that dude. Was so fucking low. No, this dude is a little bit too good. I'm gonna be struggling this match. It's time to fuck off. Sounds about right. Is this a player? Oh, it is. There's 3 dudes here? Damn. There's a Gripen, that's barely even a fucking threat. These missiles were fired from really far away, so they're not going to hit. Are they all firing and going cold? So what are you doing? This is an F2. I'm gonna fire on the F. Never mind, lost him on radar. Fire a couple. There's both of them. One down. This is the Gripen. He crashed. Of course he fucking crashed. This one is going back to base. F-16 behind me. There he is. Right there. Should we dogfight with him? I kind of want to hold onto my TPL-12 for a little bit longer. Still passed. Just running. I thought you wanted to engage me just a moment ago. What happened? Do I join? If you want to, there's not really that many of them left. Not anymore. Oops. My bad. He's at high altitude from around this direction. Let's see if the Mark II eyeball can find him. What happened to you? Who hit you? Game is too difficult. Wah wah. That's his name. Wah wah. Oh, this is a runway AI. Never mind. I thought it was players. Oh, hold on, maybe. Picking up multiple thingies there. Oh, this one is a player, okay. Really want to use that much fuel because I still have 6 missiles. I want to make sure my fuel lasts for as long as my weapons to loiter around. This guy seems to be just basically ignoring me, so just a matter of time until I catch up a little bit. It's inside the clouds too. There he is. F-16 to my right, somewhere around there. Is somebody alerting him of my presence? Come off the rail? Oh, there you go. Now I need to find this F-16. Oh, I see something here. No, that's an enemy attacker. That's an AI. Okay. How about we go find Wah-Wah? Seems like we found him. Oh, Kalidas is here. Just want you LARPing here.
Attention to the designated grid square.
High altitude, inside the clouds. That's the F2 I killed earlier. That runway. No. This one? Probably that one. This dude in the Gripen probably wasted all of his missiles chasing one dude only for him to crash. That's so peak. Alright, after I'm done with this dude, I have to point my radar to this runway. See if I can find the F2. He's trying to multi-path on Spain. I don't really know if that's going to go very well for him. Oh, he did. This is where he pitches up and he dies. So much skill involved. Is the F2 still in the runway? Probably. Oh, wah, he's gone. This seems to be an AI plane.
Attention to the map.
Cletus, kill him. I order you to kill him.
Roger that.
Oh, it's a Harrier. I was like, there's no way a fucking F-18 has M120s at this VR. It's because they don't. The other dude hasn't taken off yet. Oh, we're down to one player. How the fuck is Cletus not dead by flying so close to the enemy runway?
Roger that. Awesome.
This is fucking boring. I'll go RTV and I'll fuck off. So much excitement going on. I joined the match. I see this dude. Damn, he has 16 kills already. He must be really good, right? Maybe I will be able to get some decent fights against him, and he will be sticking around. He will be sticking around, right? Oh, I'll kill him twice. He explodes. Actually, I killed him twice with guns. I guess that hurt his ego enough to where he just fuck off. And funny dude in the grip and multibabbing also like, What is his best plane? Oh, he plays like late Vietnam era, kind of. Fair enough. He doesn't look very bad, like his stats are not bad at all. But you killed him twice, don't leave. The guy with feet on his name is giving me a hard time. He's 33 in leaderboard? Well, who? What? Where? What? Place in the leaderboard. He must be a stat padder. Whoop-a-whoop. Let's find out. No, that's the wrong dude. No. Whoop-a-whoop. Alright, Sim. So this is the rating for Sim for the last month. Doesn't really look too impressive if you ask me. Sessions. Let's see, what has he played since January? Somber. Regular plane, Rafale. F2A. Jeff. Doesn't really look like he chases like meta or anything like that. But I don't know. I don't know what does it mean to be on the leaderboard at all? Maybe because of games played, or I don't fucking know. Okay, the runway is right there. I wonder what's my place on the leaderboard. How can I see that? I forgot where I see that. Is it here? Favorite mode, Air Sim? Oh. Well, we won. Oh, it wasn't even a split lobby, so they didn't want to join because they willingly didn't want to join. This is split lobby. Dead. Denmark going on for way too long. Afghan, dead. Denmark, 4 before, it's snooze fest. Split lobby. Denmark, dead. Spain, 4v3, that's dead. This one is unbalanced. It should not be letting me join. Might be a split. Or maybe not. Tunisia, lol. Alright guys, we did it. We killed the game mode. We have killed 13-7 by being too good. Oh, you guys want to see something I'm really proud of? I beat 6,000 kills on the 27SM, I think, yesterday. Which is pretty based. Flanker. I think having 6,000 something kills on this plane really goes really hard. Also the fact that I did all that during 2024 when it was absolute dog shit. Plane is just that based, what can I say? Alright, I go eat and shower and probably play something else. I think this is enough War Thunder for me today, so GG's. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one.